Hello, soul family. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Keisha, and here on this YouTube channel, I love to deliver healing messages through tarot. Hello, soul family. I'm not even going to lie to you. This is like my 5th time trying to record this intro. And normally I have maybe a clear cut like title and topic in mind, but today I don't. Today I'm going off more of a feeling. So I've been reading, well, going over, because this is like one of my most favorite astrology books. And if you're into astrology, and it's definitely trying to understand like the people in your life and around you and their signs, this is an excellent book to get. And it breaks down, how do I explain it? It breaks down the different planets and different signs, and of course it gives you a synopsis and how that how the planet manifests and the way in the world. Then it gives a cute little paragraph on the things it needs to improve. But like one of my most favorite parts is, how do you understand this planet sign and this manifestation in another person? So my moon is in Libra. So it will break down like all the qualities and what that looks like. It'll say, you need, and then it'll go to what you need to work on, which is normally like stop avoiding conflict. But then it tells the reader, it tells the person, listen, this is how you reading this, understand your loved one who has displacement. This is how you can understand it. This is what they might need from you. And I feel like that's a very important part when it comes to astrology. But I digress. So before you even get to like the signs, there's beautiful paragraphs and just explanations on just like the nature of human emotions. Like there's exercises before you get to it, and the author is just breaking down the nuances of emotions. And this reading is going to be, and I probably why it took me so many times to like record it. This reading is going to be like really close to my home, close to home, because I'm currently going through this and in my personal relationships. So I'm going to read a little bit of the part that inspired me to do this reading, and then maybe we can even come up with whatever this topic is gonna like be together. But it's more of a feeling and something I want to express, and I can just get like one title. Please bear with me. I have a Pisces Mercury and it is, words do escape me. I go off like feelings and energies and emotions, and sometimes my brain recognizes patterns, but I do not always have the words for it. So Chiron and Gemini mixed with a Mercury and Pisces sometimes gives me the inability like to find the right words, but I can feel it. So I'm going to read this little paragraph that inspired this reading that felt extremely personal to me, like I said, was going through in my relationships. And then we'll get into whatever this title is, and we'll get into the piles. But let me just get this part out. It's going to be very important for me. Okay, here we go. All right. It's surprising how many people think their feelings are obvious to those around them. Though you don't expect your friends to be mind readers, you might wish they were when it comes to interpreting your feelings. After all, your feelings are so apparent to you that others would have to be totally insensitive not to know what's going on with you, right? Here is a typical scenario. Something is very important to you, and you are quite aware of your feelings concerning this issue. Your partner comes home with other things on his mind. You know what your feelings are about the matter, so you feel no need to communicate what is obvious to you. But he doesn't notice your unexpressed feelings. Since he doesn't notice, that means he doesn't care. Reasoning goes on. If he did care, he would talk about the issue without you having to bring it up, right? How many times have you assumed your partner should be a psychic? This scenario always leads to emotional withdrawal. It's as if the other person is tried, convicted, and sentenced for a crime that they didn't even know they committed. And the fact that he didn't even know the evidence used to convict him. This situation sounds familiar. Ask yourself, is it really fair to hide something from others and then judge them for not finding it? So, with that being read, the topic is going to be some of your hidden emotions. And maybe emotions that come up for you, and maybe you think you're expressing them. Maybe you think it's obvious to the people around you, but because you're not communicating them, the people around you cannot see it. So today's pick a card topic is going to be, what are some of your hidden emotions? It's not always easy to express your emotions. We come from a society that doesn't even teach us how to do it. We come from a society that does not value emotional responses. If you grew up if you was a kid and you started to cry and your parent told you, "Oh, don't cry about that," if you lost something and you didn't get the space and the nurture and the care to learn how to express those complicated emotions, then this reading is definitely for you. It's even 10 times harder when it comes to guys. I've seen people tell like little poor 6-year-old boys that they're not allowed to cry to suck it up, but they're still children, right? So what are some of those hidden emotions? What are some of those things you think that you're getting out, you think you're conveying, you think you're relaying to the people around you, but maybe you just don't have the right tools to get it? All right, let's get into the piles. So there's going to be like 2 ways for you to be able to pick your pile. And the first one is going to be the crystals that I have here. So this is pile 1, and this is Snowflake Obsidian. It's beautiful. It's like a beautiful black color. Snowflake Obsidian. Let's see if she'll stay right here. That's pile 1, along with the Hulk. So you can pick it from the cards, you can pick it from the crystals. It's up to you. This is pile number 2, and this is sand from Barbados. And it's pretty. A piece of the beach. And I'll put this right here. In your pile, it's fish. All right. And this is pile number 3. And this is agate. Beautiful agate. And your card is Scorpion. All right. Meditate, look on the cards, look on whichever called to you. Look on the cards, look on the crystals and the sand, whichever one calls to you. That is your pile. The times will be stamped listed below. Thank you for thank you for sitting through that explanation. Like I said, sometimes I have the feelings but not the words. And I will see you at your pile selection. Mwah. Hello, pile number 1. If you were drawn to the snowflake obsidian or the hawk, then this is your reading. So let's put this here. So let's put your card here. Let's see what your tarot cards are. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Empress. Beautiful. Let's drop this down here a little bit. We have Joy. Why so serious, droopy dog? Find your joy. And then we can spread this out. 11th house, the edge, friendship, group, creativity, community, humanitarian, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startup, rebellion, experimentation, and the future. Okay, pile number 1. What are the hidden motions of pile number 1? So, the first thing I hear is, I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky. I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky. Okay. So, I'm tapping into this feeling. Ooh, it feels very strong. Okay. So some of your hidden emotions is you not feeling, or you feeling that the people around you don't see, understand, or maybe appreciate like some of the sacrifices and things that you do for them. The scenario I'm getting is like, you have a friend coming into town and they need someone to pick them up from the airport, but the airport is like 45 minutes from your house, and you want to be like a good friend, so you, I don't know, push something back, or maybe you're even the kind of person who would take that day off of work and you go pick them up from the airport, and it takes 45 minutes to get there, 45 minutes to get back. You drop your friend off, and you know, they say thank you, but it's like they're not understanding from your perspective. They're not understanding or fully, completely like appreciating like all the stuff that you did to get them back and forth to the airport. And you're not communicating this as well. It's like you do a lot for your loved ones, you do a lot for your friends, you sacrifice for them, you'll move things, you'll if you're sad and you're having a bad day and someone calls you to vent, like you'll put whatever you're feeling like to the side, you'll put like whatever to the side to be able to help them and nurture them and give to them. But you feel like all this effort goes, like it's not appreciated. I'm going to pull some more cards. It's starting to drain you. You're starting to get tired. Maybe you've been tired. It's starting to drain you, starting to get tired, and maybe you've been tired. See the Ace of Wands in this card, you see how she's holding and nurturing this baby? And now the Empress, who's the most nurturing figure, is looking at this, and then the Page of Pentacles. It costs you money too. You're giving time, you're giving nurturing, and you're giving money also to these situations. 11th house is like the group, is the humanitarian, is friendship. But then you have this, why so serious, the droopy dog, find your joy. It's not bringing you joy. Yeah. Yeah, your hidden emotion is just like how draining. And maybe like you roll your eyes, or someone asks you to do something and you sigh and you're like, or you're giving off like annoyed vibes, and you want them to pick up on like these nonverbal cues that you're given, or you say like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, or I didn't get to do this for myself today. I didn't eat today. But you'll still get up and pick that person up from the airport regardless. Like you're not telling them no. And you're hoping and you're wishing that they'll pick up on some of like these social cues without you having to actually like open up and say, I can't do that today. I can't pick you up today. I can't, I don't have the capacity today. Like I'm not going to answer this. I'm not going to answer this phone today. Like I can't. I don't have the energy. It feels like you maybe even just like go and isolate and shut down sometimes. So your hidden emotion is just like how draining you really find having to continuously like, how draining and tired you actually feel having to like continuously like give and do and like be a part of, when sometimes you don't. It feel not just sometimes, feels like a lot of times like you just don't want to. You just don't want to. I feel like this is you, and these are like the people around you, and you're like nurturing them, and then like all the energies is coming towards this helpfulness that you feel like you like gotta be like to your loved ones. But your hidden emotion is like you don't want to do it. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. King of Cups. What makes you feel, pile number one, this is like definitely to ask yourself, what makes you feel like you have to give in to like maybe the demands and the requests of the people in your life? Nine of Wands. She about to she about to knock all these wands the F down. She got, I forgot what that's called, where you have, I don't, with a thing, but she's about to knock all these wands down. These cards are funny. Yeah, it's not your job to nurture and heal your friends, especially at the expense of yourself. And if you want to keep like these relationships like in your life, and the people are important to you, then you have to tell them how you really feel. And then the ones who don't appreciate you setting this, like, you got to set boundaries. 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 It's draining you too much. You got to set the boundaries. It's not your job to be like, it's not your job to be like the go-to person, the nurturer, the healer, like the friend that's always going to do the favors. Like, it's okay for you to say no. It's okay for you to set a wall up and not be able to perform the tasks that the people around you want to perform. But it's also on you to speak up and be able to express that and tell that to them, no matter how uncomfortable it might be. Or you might be afraid of their reaction. Ridicule just came up. It's a fear. Okay. Sorry, my eyes got brought to ridicule. It's a fear. It's a fear of you saying no. Okay. All right. There's a fear. Inadequate came up too. Inadequate and insecure. Okay, worry and anxious. It's a fear. All right. You have a fear around this. Hmm. It's time for you to start doing things your way, pile number one. You got to start doing what's best for you. It's okay to help the people around you, but you got to do what's best for you. And if you have people in your life who will drop you because you won't show up in this way that is not conducive to you, then you have to let them drop you. They're not meant to be in your life. If there are people who you care about and you've just been on this hamster wheel of doing, and now this is how they see you, this is they go to you, and then you become like the reliable person, and you're setting out these nonverbal cues and you feel like they're not getting it, then you owe it to yourself, you owe it to those relationships to speak to them, to push back against it, to set your boundaries. Do not let fear get in your way. If you feel like you're going to lose these people, then they were not meant to be in your life. But because it's draining from you, because it's taken from you, you have to learn to do things in your own way. You have to define what your friendships, relationships, you have to define what support looks like on your own personal terms. That's going to be so important for you, pile number one. I have this friend. You don't need to be the person to show up for someone 100% of the time. It's not realistic. What time do you have left for yourself? The Eight of Wands is just like boom, 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 like hitting it. Fast, fast, fast. Like, so you're ready to knock these wands the F down. And I feel like that's where you're hitting at too. But if you don't try to fix it coming from within, you repeat the same patterns with a whole nother group of friends, with a whole nother group of loved ones. But they're not picking up on this burden, or they're not feeling this burden. If you've presented as this is like what I want to do, I'm the person that comes, I'm the help, I'm the good friend, I'm the one that'll pick you up from the airport. It's okay to start walking back on that, especially if it's not serving you. It's time to do things your way. Pile number one. Okay, group one, that's what I see for you. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Thank you for trusting me to read for you. I hope to see you again. Hi, pile number two. If you were drawn to the fish card or the sand from Barbados, then this is your pile. Pile number two, I'm going to be honest. I'm having an interesting time trying to tap into your energy and find out what your hidden, kind of like hidden emotions are, like what you're trying to convey. It feels very confusing. It feels overwhelming. Yeah, it feels a little bit confusing. It feels a little bit overwhelming. I don't know if you're a person who likes to just go, 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 and maybe like there's a point in your life where that worked and it's not like really working for you right now. So is it something you're trying to manifest or bring or accomplish, and there's a big change going in? And of course we have a 12th house card here, so there's a lot of things hidden. I guess your secret or hidden emotions, it's a confusion. Hold on. I guess your hidden thing right now is maybe like how lost you are in whatever current moment, situation, or scenario that you're in. That feels like a like you're lost. And I don't know if you're like going out into like the regular people in your life and acting or behaving like in a way where things are good as normal. Here it's going. I just got a muse came up just now, and but also apathetic. Okay, vulnerable, powerless, victimized. All right, abandoned. Yeah, there is a confusion. There's a loss. There's a loneliness that's bubbling up inside of you, and you don't. I don't know if you know how to express it or even convey it. Like, it's hard for me to even get it out. I feel it in my chest. It feels overwhelming. I don't know if your hidden thing is just like how, like drowning in it. Your hidden emotion is just like how much like undercurrent you feel and drown in like the water and the waves is like too much and you can't catch up and catch your breath or get on a rock and pause for a second. Like, it's just like all this current and movement like shifting, and it's completely confusing. It's a very overwhelming, and I feel like that's maybe your emotional nature that's going on inside of you. Like, you can't, like, I can't catch my breath. It's in my chest, it's in my stomach. It's like a drowning. We have the fish with the Ace of Cups and the 12th house. We have the Seven of Wands here too, with the bruise and the batter. Knight of Swords. Ooh. Yeah, pile number 2. Your hidden emotions is how overwhelmed right now. Like I said, it feels like if someone was like on a, you know, when people do like the white water rafting and like their boat like capsize and like now the current is carrying them away and they're trying catch your breath going under, catch your breath going under, trying to grab a rock, slipping off of that. And maybe sometimes you're able to like go with the flow, but now the flow is taking you under. It's taking you under. There's a need. See, manifest the odds out of it. Dream big. There's a need for you to not continue to go with the flow. There's a need for you to now fight against the current. Like, that's how you get out of it. You got to fight against the current. This is not a time for you to surrender to the water and just let it float you down the river. It's time to go against the current. Keep hearing that. Go against the current. Go against the current. Even though it feels so overwhelming. It's time for you to take, like, your wherever you're in is not hopeless that you could just, like whatever situation, whatever you're going through, is not so hopeless that you could just, like, you should let the current, like, take you away. There is a way out of what you're feeling, what you're going through, even though it feels so overwhelming. I'm going to get a self-forgiveness card for you, pile number 2. Hold on. We need a self-forgiveness card. There's definitely, even though it feels so overwhelming, there's hope for what you want to achieve in your life. Like, all is not lost, all is not gone, it's not hidden from you. You just can't continue to move through the ocean and go with the flow anymore. You have to push back against the current. Pile number 2. I forgive myself for staying in places I no longer belong due to fear of what may happen should I admit I want more. I choose to believe that I'm constantly expanding into my infinite potential, and change is an inevitable side effect that allows me to flow into spaces more suitable for me. Pile number 2, please. I can't see the camera. I'll take a screenshot of that. Take a screenshot of that. You don't have to go to the flow. You don't have to stay in these places. It's causing you lots of turmoil. And I don't know if the people around you can see it. Like I said, I feel like you're used to going with the flow. You're used to, I don't know, being the fish, but you don't have to get carried out to sea by this. It's it's a very strong, overwhelming presence. It's time for you to push back. It's time for you to push back. Mm. All right, here's another card for you. I forgive myself for walking back my attempts to communicate my desires when met with resistance. I choose to believe that there is always room for varying perspective, and resistance is a natural component of growth. Yes, yes. Palm number 2. The people around you or what you think you're conveying by going is not the message. It's a huge shift in time for change for you. You're not as lost as you think you are. What is your dream scenario for your life? What do you want? How do you see it? When you close your eyes at night and you dream of your life, of your job, of a partner, of a family, what do you see and how do you see it? You're not stuck to where you're at right now. You're not beholden to that. What do you see? Write it down. Visualize it. Make a vision board. Put it on your phone. And then what you want to do is take step by step, one step at a time, one step at a time, one thing at a time. So if you want to be, I don't know, I'm just throwing this the fuck out there. If you want to be like, I don't know, a lawyer, right? Visualize yourself as a lawyer. What does that look like? And if you were a lawyer, one day, what would you do? You get up, maybe you start to look for a school. You start to look for a class. Then you find a school that fits like what you're looking for. Then you apply for financial aid or you apply for a loan. You take one class, you take two classes, but you take the steps bit by bit to get to your dream. And that's what you have to do here in this scenario. All is not lost. Like when I was first coming into your energy, I just felt like all was lost and it was time for the water to just drown me and take me away. All is not lost for you, pile number 2. There is hope in what you want, in the life that you want to live. There is life there. There's a Your purpose is more and greater than this, and you can definitely accomplish it. It's up to you, but it's time for you to start swimming upstream and fighting against the current. No matter how hard it feels, you do not have to let it drift and take you away. You're not abandoned by the spirit guides, your life, the universe. No, they're here for you, and you got this. All right, Paul 2, that's all I see for you. Whenever I leave therapy and I have to do like a real, like talk about something really tough, again, to my deep feelings, my therapist always says, all right, practice some self-care. Go do something nice for yourself. I want you to do that, Paul number 2. I want you to, after this, go do something nice for yourself. Practice some breathing exercises. And please, practice some self-care and do something nice for yourself because you definitely deserve it. You're not as abandoned and lost as you think you are. That keeps coming up. You're not as lost as you think you are. You got to get up and start back fighting. Get out of the places that no longer serve you. Do not walk back your attempts to communicate. Stand up for yourself. If it wasn't taught to you, I'm so sorry. Most of our parents did not give us what we were supposed to get in childhood. But it's time for you to start taking up for yourself, and it's time for you to take your life back. Watch some YouTube videos. Watch some YouTube videos on how to get out of certain scenarios, how to express yourself, how to take up for yourself in a way. Start to look up some books. I have the library app. You can get audiobooks. You can get regular books. It's time for you to start pouring back into yourself, and it's time for you to start to take care and take up for yourself. Pile number 2. All right. That was like my stern mommy. That was my stern mommy talk. Thank you for clicking on my channel, and thank you for trusting me to read your tarot. Hi, pile number 3. If you were attracted to the agate or the scorpion card, then this pile is for you. We have, which one of my favorite decks here? We're having shit and rainbows kind of day, released guilt, Sagittarius, Devoria, enthusiastic, philosophical, lucky, boundless, tactless, risk-taking, self-righteous. We have the High Priestess, the Devil, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. So hidden feelings, hidden emotions. What's going on? So this is feeling like a particular scenario, event, maybe a relationship or something that did not go well. It feels like maybe even falling out. But this is pinpointing to a certain event. This is not, the last two piles was maybe how they just was like conducting and carrying themselves, like generally around their loved ones and what their hidden feelings was. This one is pinpointed to a certain event that I'm pretty sure as soon as I said that, you knew what it was. Now, I don't know if you were wrong or the person was wrong. With this release guilt card, though, and the devil underneath the scorpion. Does it feel like resentment? I don't know if it feels like resentment. Maybe it was a scenario where both of you were in the wrong. I'm getting both of you were in the wrong. I'm getting it's a scenario where both parties maybe had not been so nice to each other. Yeah, I don't feel like one person was yeah. It feels like there's an event where both of the parties were not so nice to each other, and maybe they did some things to each other, and you could deep down maybe push it, and you could like push the feelings deep down and act like it doesn't bother you, or you're not holding on to like what happened or maybe how you behaved or how the person behaved. But like there's a twinge, there's a sting here. This devil card shows like both parties are pretty effing embarrassed by like what went down and how they handle whatever this situation is. But for your hidden emotions, you're holding on to guilt about it. Yeah. There's a look at this. Yeah, your hidden emotions is you don't really feel good about this. You might be like telling yourself or telling people like, oh, I did what I had to do, or this person deserved it, or that other party, you know, they did this, so I had to retaliate. But there's something, yeah, it's not strength. There's something deep down inside of you that is not sitting well. And it's asking to be released for you to like move on from it. Sagittarius like to, yeah, the Voyager, right? Like on to the next. Look how this one's just sitting on the head and crushing it like that. Yeah, there's some guilt that has to be released. Of course, you have to forgive yourself, but it's going to start with maybe admitting that both of you guys probably... Did someone come in the middle of your work or something? This might even be about a job or work. Scorpion card, and yeah, this might be about a job, work, money. Maybe you gave the trust to someone and they weren't like the right person for it, and it turned sour. Like maybe you tried to have a business or operate something with someone and it just didn't turn out good. There could have been like lawsuits involved. It feels very it feels extremely heavy, and it's tied to like a certain person, a certain party, and a certain event. But yeah, it's time for you to like release the guilt, forgive yourself, forgive this situation. But it's going to take a level of maybe admitting like what your part was in it. Like if you had to go to court for something, like you're not allowed to be like, well, you know what, I did this bad thing and I did like, which fair. And then maybe like the court case is done and it's finished, but now for you to move on and not to harbor like resentment and hold on to like whatever it is, you're gonna have to like sit down with yourself, forgive yourself, and yeah, and release the guilt. Like your hidden feelings is like maybe they wasn't all the way completely wrong, and because you have that twinge in the back, you probably just been shoving it down. um you have that little twing in the back. Whereas, like I said, if you have like a court case or something, you can't step into court talking about you were wrong. Like you can't step into an HR office like when it's time to defend yourself. Like if you had the Scorpion card you chose, like when someone was coming up against you, that stinger probably came right out, and you probably did exactly what you had to do to get out of your scenario, to win your case, to keep your job, to keep your money or your family. Like you probably did exactly what you had to do to defend yourself, or what you felt was necessary to defend yourself in the moment. But if it's over and things have now subsided, and you was able to part ways in whatever way that you needed to do, now it's time to release the guilt. I feel like someone came in between your money. It was like, not the fuck today. I feel like someone came in between your work or your money. You were like, not the fuck today. Listen, which is like I said, you have the right to defend yourself and do what you have to do, but now it's time, in order for you to move on, like you got like this secret, like guilty feeling. Maybe you fucking crushed them, right? Maybe they came up against you and you sued the shit out of them, and now they living out of box black. It's time for you to release. It's time for you to release the guilt for you to for you to move on. All right, I forgive myself for avoiding people and situations that may, make me uncomfortable. I choose to believe that each time I give myself permission to change my mind and commit to a new way of showing up in the world, I'll allow myself to be moved to where the possibility of deeper comfort exists. I avoid people and situations. Yeah, maybe it was someone who's like in your friend circle too. Maybe like a family member or someone who was in your friend circles too. And maybe even your family was like, or the people around you was like, oh, don't go so hard, lighten up. And you was, you had that rage. You had that rage like that, like Scorpion's, that thing that came out. Maybe it's time to like, maybe if you have to, like I said, if it is a family member and it affected or tore apart your family or your friend circle, maybe it's time to sit down and speak with people and say, okay, mate, now that things subsided, and to like be honest about like how you're feeling. All right, I forgive myself for mistaking solitude for loneliness. Did you lose a lot of people here? Did this cause you to lose a lot of people or drift away from a lot of people? Did this put a chasm or a dent inside your relationships? I forgive myself for mistaking solitude for loneliness. I choose to believe that solitude is a transient state that gifts me with clarity when I embrace the experience of being with myself. What did this cost you? And what is it going to cost you what is it going to cost you to release this guilt? I want to read the Scorpion thing for you, right? The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Oh, look at this. Their career is very important to them, as are few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion heat festers and they focus on unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they left feeling burned. The Scorpion card said it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. Wild pile number 3. Yeah, I feel like whoever it is, you crushed them. You definitely crushed them. You crushed them. You got your point across. Maybe you got your money back. But now it's time to hover over the situation, take the emotions out of it, try to heal, release the guilt. Guilt, like I said, I bet you did exactly what you felt like you had to do to protect what you needed to protect. But now that if it's resolved, and especially if it's affecting you, who's the most important person in this reading, then you might want to start admitting some stuff to yourself, to the people around you, and then having some release. All right, pile number 3, that's all I see for you. Thank you for trusting me to read for you. Thank you for clicking on my video and clicking on this channel, and I hope to read for you again.